Good morning. Thank you all. I'm more than happy to be here. I'm very glad because, you know, being on the other side of the world, coming here and see all of your lovely faces and feeling the energy, having like over 400 people in one room, like the same weirdos with the same energy, with the same crazy ideas, which are for the rest of the world mostly like impossible, but for us it means like I'm possible, you know, that thing. That's really great, so thank you. I'm here to deliver international update, but as you know, time is kind of limited and the world is big, and the Burning Man in the world is like growing and unstoppable and it's beyond awesome. And so I will cover just a part of the international update. And unless we cancel all the program and we just like keep talking, and maybe extend the GLC for another week, and then you can maybe hear what all things are happening like on the different continents and what a crazy stuff is going on and is planned. So with this update, actually, I will have two lovely guests, co-presenters, to help me, and I will invite them later. But for now, I know that like we've already heard how many countries are here, and we heard the names of the countries, and we were all cheering. But I really would like to go through this and like point out and connect for you the faces with the country. But I will really need a collaboration, because I would like to shout out the name of the country, and I ask the people from the country to really stand up, to shout, to do silly thing, go on your chair so others can see you, because when we are all sitting here in this huge room, when you wave, it's like, you know, I could be waving behind my back. So, and because like we have another 3 days at least, and like remember the faces, go talk to them, get all the information, like see all the pictures they have on their phones or with them, and explore the world yourself and make the connection. So let's start. I have a paper for this because like it's too many countries, and I will ask Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Yes. Brazil and Anna. Okay. Czech Republic is kind of obvious. That's good. Finland. Finland, and see, yeah, Nico, really. Jump out. France. Come on, people. Yes. Germany was visiting yesterday with a puppet. I'm not sure, like they are not here today, but like, yeah, Germany. Ireland, Irish, are you, like we've heard, like we will see more. People skipping this jet lag, oh yeah, sorry. Israel, jump out. We have we have Nair here. He's one of the 4 regional RCs. He is responsible for Midburn, and like, trust me, it's amazing event, and it will be happening in a month. So like, he has the most updated information. Just go and grab him afterwards. Japan, yay! Oh, Korea and Shin. And Shin has really amazing pictures, like from the Korea burn, and like some guys wrestling in a mat. Interesting. And you know what? Like after years, like hearing the stories and seeing some videos and presentations, we have Lithuania in the house. Okay. Spain. Español, yeah. Sweden is Gustav here. Yes! Finally, somebody climbed on their chair. It was Gustav. And like, if you want to talk about co-creation and like another way of volunteering, Gustav is the person to go. Switzerland and Beetlejuice. Yes. We have also Dave Bradshaw from United Kingdom, one of the recent RCs, and the guy to talk to about Nowhere, the European Burning Man. And yes, the last and the biggest group. So I just break it down here. Canada. And because I'm not really going to talk about different regions, I want to point out some really amazing projects. And one of them, I really cannot start with anything else, is Moving Europe. It is amazing walking pop-up exposition, marching right now through Europe. It's it is the thing how to bring the art from dust we all experience and we love to the streets and how to affect the innocent bystanders and people who have no idea what is going on. It's a collaboration of excellent and exquisite photographers, and I believe Sydney is here, and Gabi from the Netherlands, who actually brought this idea up, how to bring the art to the streets, how to bring art to the world, and not really taking care if it's 30 feet tall, something fluffy or wooden or movable, but simple way, but really effective way. You've seen many of the pictures in the video from the Amsterdam, from the European Leadership Summit, because the first edition of this exposition was during the summit. It was 100 people from attendants and participants from the summit dressing up, taking the spirit of Burning Man, grabbing the pictures and walking through the streets of Amsterdam, just amongst the people who had no idea that something like that is happening. And after Amsterdam, just few days ago, it's been to Athens in Greece. In week and a half, it will go to Riga in Latvia. And guess what? In October, it goes to Reykjavik in Iceland. The guy who is behind this project, his name is Sienna Nuts. Let's pretend I pronounced his name correctly. I'm really sorry, Jan, but he also works with Profiles in Dust and does really beautiful videos. And so he's marching through Europe and now inspiring other countries who hopefully will be added to this beautiful project. And moving further, we've already heard it in the video. People were mentioning here, the space. The idea of having creating art requires kind of some space to where you are able to make it. And this maker, hacker, creative, free, however we're gonna call it, spaces is one of the other things we can see internationally. You probably all heard about this really creative, inclusive art space in Reno Sparks, Nevada called Generator. Which actually saved access to many of the international crews, because we would be screwed if we didn't have that space to work on our projects coming to Playa, and of course many in-states projects as well. And it's a great inspiration, and this inspiration is just now in our minds, and it's the bug, and we want to do it. And we hear from Spain, we hear from Germany, London, Latvia, and this picture you see is actually a space we just got in Prague. It's much nicer than it seems, but I just wanted to prove that no matter how it looks now, we take the chances, and we really want to put the work into it and just like make it happen. It can happen with this. Like this is, you know, the dirt you see, it's like up here. This is the mid, like it's half of the room, and we just like go for it. And now I would like to invite and welcome one and only great Goku from Lithuania to actually let him speak about similar space and other beautiful projects from Lithuania.
Thank you, Misha. Oh, hello, everyone. Hello, naked people. I'm really honored to talk here because I believe I'm going to be in history books of Burning Man by the first Lithuanian to give a talk in the GLC. And I'm just going to start just sort of like in an update way what we had throughout like last year and how we engage our local culture in my hometown, Vilnius, Lithuania. And well, let's see. So if talking about the makers, last year we brought a Silicon Meadow art installation to Burning Man, and it was a really nice project, but there was another project behind it. We involved local makers into bringing art to the playa because it was much more interesting for them to bring something and do something and to participate this way. And through Generator again, it was a good opportunity for them to meet another makers, to see their projects. And at the end of the day, when they got back to Lithuania, they had a different perception of what is the relationship between makers and burners, which sometimes is none, because they are the same people. So, also, we have our Who Did That to My Bike festival, which started as an art bike parade back in 2013, and Who Did That to My Bike art bike workshops. And now we have a festival that includes art bike parade, art bike workshops, but also we have bike polo, outdoor film screenings, live music, and yeah, and it was sort of like also a thing that encouraged people to participate and express their creativity. And these people were not burners; they were just like people who found it interesting. And well, also last autumn we burned a sculpture in a local city lights festival, which actually the dimensions of the sculpture, they match the core, because actually the people who did that sculpture, who built it together, were the people who went to Burning Man back in 2013, and the Burn team for that sculpture was the core team for the Burning Man 2013 core project. So basically we just adapted and did what we have learned on the playa. And all these projects and events, they were covered and they received a really positive feedback by local media. And it's sort of like the way we interact with our culture by bringing something new into that routine, and for that public affection, we position ourselves as a sort of like not that Burning Man type of thing that usually people think like, you know, like that, oh, we know burners, they're just naked people. No, we are like doing stuff and we are getting involved other people into that, and this is sort of like a part how we are co-creating local culture in that way. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Goku. And now we have the great opportunity to witness how fastly we can jump from Lithuania to Asia. And you know, you've heard that Ian Robin is new Meta regional representative, and he represents the region of Asia. He should have been here. Unfortunately, he had to cancel last minute, but he sends a lot of luck and love, sorry, but love. And also he asked me to hug you all. That would take for ages, so let's just pretend we're doing a big group. So this was hugging Ian. I didn't really want to cancel the whole part of the presentation about Asia and at least like show you few pictures and tell you again that we have representatives here from Korea and Japan, and just like go to them and talk and see the pictures. There are some from their events in the beautiful exposition we have just outside of this room. And now we have the burns in China, Taiwan, South Korea, Japan. Like the attendants there and the participants are coming from another Asian countries, like Bali, for example, and also from around the world. And the community and everything is growing, and they will have summit in just like few days. And for example, like the Burning Taiwan Decompression, which was the official event this last year, is proof how it goes beyond like just our community and like kind of our borders, because this decomp was held in the area of Taoist temple, and burners and the temple and like other people just beautifully coexisted together, not disturbing each other, but like kind of empowering each other. And burners besides the beautiful art and projects they had and music and fires, they also helped the environment around, because they went on a beach and they collected over 40 bags of non-event related trash just because. After the event, they also were able to make a small donation to the temple, so the temple can go on. And you know, this was fully permitted event by the local authorities, which were a little bit concerned at first, but then when they've seen what is going on, how it is done, and what are the outcomes, and how it affects others locally, and even like in the more global spectrum, they were really pleased and really happy about it, and they are really supporting next things to happen. And this is the thing which like is important for all of us to see, that like it goes beyond just like our little playground. Like it's much bigger. And because it is bigger, do not forget to check out the regionals.burningman.org. There is interactive map. Go there, see the flames, pick the part of the world you would like to know more of, and just like look at it. Contact the people, contact all the internationals here. We will be here all weekend because we flew a long way to be here. So we're gonna enjoy it. And you know, like we all, like not only that we are bringing it and busting it, and like we are bringing the home wherever the home in the world is, because the world is our home. And this might seem as a closing remark of my presentation, but I'm actually like moving forward to invite my beautiful co-presenter Ana Constantino from Brazil, and give you the little update on the most beautiful exotic place.
Hi everyone. So in Brazil, I was here 2 years ago. Oops. This is Brazil and Burning Man. So I was here 2 years ago in 2013. I had no idea what I was about to begin, and I still don't know pretty much. But when I got back home, my first step was like tell people that I was starting to do something there, that Burning Man was arriving. So we did an event where actually we connected with the headquarters and Mags and Sydney, which is our Brazilian arm here, like a secret weapon. And so I talked about Burning Man, and then we danced and we watched the movie, and we had a Skype call. Then after that, I went to start to understand a little bit more what what is happening in Brazil, what are the festivals in Brazil. I'm not in the festival scene. So I actually volunteer in a festival that happens in the northeast of Brazil. And I was there for 10 days understanding how the volunteering scene of festivals works. And actually it was really interesting experience that certainly will help whenever it's our time to build something. After, in 2014, I did another gathering in São Paulo where I showed the newbies presentation, and we started to have a brainstorm, what would be Burning Man in Brazil. And in 2015, now we're starting to have some immersive experiences. In Brazil, a lot of people come to me and ask me, when is going to be Burning Man? And it's like, let's do it. And they always go, oh, okay, let's talk later, and never. And it's like, whenever you do it, like, I'm not going to do a Burning Man by myself. We're crazy. So I'm trying to understand what is the strategy to make that happen there. So one thing that I start to understand is like maybe prototyping we will be able to do it, you know? So, okay, let's spend a couple of days together where we talk and we think, we work together, and we leave what is Burning Man. So the first time was in March. We had 12 people from 3 states. And in April, we did it again. And we had 30 people. Actually, it was more about 40 because people came in and out for 5 states and 2 different countries. There were French people and people from Australia, too. And this is a little video of last week. Actually happened last week. And one member of the community. So I'm calling this co-creative meetings, gatherings, and these were the principles. I talked through the principles, and so there's a lot of, we mix fun and talk, you know, and I really want to empower them to do things, you know, because they wait for me to tell them to do, and I'm just not telling anything. I'm just facilitating, you know, I'm putting myself in a role of facilitator. The French lady. Yeah, like magically it appeared like 4 DJs and then like sound speakers, and then in the morning they kept like playing, and okay, that and like face painting, and you know, our man. And we're starting to see this is a land we have available. It's from a member of the community. So they're starting to look into, is this possible to make it bigger or not? We're gonna meet again there in June, so how many people we can host. And the idea is like every time we are together, we learn how to be together with the principles, and then whenever more people show up, we will be able to host them and like teach the culture, you know, of Burning Man. We have some water there. Yes, it was cold. So these are actually, we did an exercise separating teams, looking to the different teams for event. I really believe in like a horizontal structure, and I think that I'm trying to help with separating groups that will work like horizontally to create something in Brazil. And the most important thing, it's communication, right? And for me, it's like working in a corporate world and like giving consultancy, understanding that the biggest challenges of running big projects is communication. So you're trying to set a tone of like how communicate from the beginning, you know, how we talk, how we stand in a circle, and how this is like we are just beginning. And this this was like a logo that appeared like the day after we left the first gathering. One of the members said like, "Oh my God, I have a logo, and this is Brazil Burn." And we are thinking about shooting for an event in November. What it's gonna be, I'm not worried about. When I try to low down the expectations of everyone and of the people there, because Brazil and Burning Man, it sounds really like nice. So, but so and I was seeing that this was creating a lot of expectations into myself and anxiety. So, and I was getting really frustrated to don't see it happening yet, but I believe in the process of making it and that we need to go slow. So we are like setting up a website. Now we have a beerburn.com. We are like we have people working on it. And our webpage, like our Facebook page, we have almost 3,000 people. This is how we are growing. After the last burn, we had like a little slope, and then after the camps, it started to grow more. So it seems like the strategy of getting together immersively might be working. And this is like a video of like a group of Brazilians that are trying to bring an installation this year to Burning Man. So this is happening separately, but this group is connected with us. It's an installation. They start to fundraise now. It's a tunnel that it has like you get in and actually gives you kind of dizzy feeling because these are different. It's water, sparkling, and LED things. So it's like, so they are working on. It's a little long, I'm gonna pass. And other than that, there are two groups planning camps for this year, two Brazilian groups, two different groups. And this is one of the groups, and the other doesn't have renderings or anything, but this is what it's going on in Brazil. Obrigada.